Hey there YouTube, it's Robert again. Today I am doing a video that I've been planning to do pretty much since I came onto YouTube. And it's one question. Why am I a Christian? Basically, why am I a Christian versus anything else out there? And before I get into that, I want to make sure to announce this is not just a normal video, this is a tag video. Surprise! What I would like, though, is everyone out there who sees this, and a select few individuals that I know, to tell us, why are you whatever you are? Be it Christian, Wiccan, pagan, Satanist, it doesn't matter what your belief system is. I would like to know personally, why are you of that belief system versus anything else? Rules of the tag. Be yourself. I don't want to hear, well, someone else told me it was such and such, someone else. I want to know, why are you this? Whatever it is, like, why am I a Christian? 2, don't attack others. This is not a time to say, if you say, because all other religions are evil, wrong, whatever, I'm not going to accept that that's an attack on someone. I want to know personally what for you, what in you fulfills you in your heart, in your life, to make you follow this set of beliefs. What makes you are what you are in a theistic sense. Last rule. Be, like I said, don't worry about others. I don't want anyone to worry about offending whatever denomination they're a part of, whatever faith they're a part of. I don't want you to be saying the answers that you think other people want to hear. I want you to tell us exactly what you feel. So those are the ground rules. Here's the quick list of my exact tags. I would love to hear from Shaka Now, Love Jesus Please, Pagan Ron, Lucindio 666, Anth Savarath, you know I can never pronounce your name, but you know who you are, Yokup, The Ranting Brit, Butch, Phoenix Rainweaver, Galaxy Dreams, and Bengali. Now, but anyone who sees this, please make a video reply or leave in your comments your personal story, you know, whether it be short or long. Okay, let's start with me. When I was born into a Catholic church, Roman Catholic to be exact. But I was born into it. I don't know anything about it because my family soon left that tradition. So I don't know anything. I really can't consider myself. I went to a few masses when I was young, but it was, oh, it's time to eat the cookie? Okay. I didn't understand what was going on. And as I grew up, we kind of went from church to church, various denominations, lots of different denominations. But I wasn't a Christian. Here's why. Because I never actually made a conscious choice of knowing what I was doing. I was just listening to what people told me and saying, okay, yes, not really making a conscious decision of anything. And there were always questions that were asked. I'd ask and they said, well, that's just how it is, deal with it. And I was a kid, so I was like, okay, you know, I'm going to follow along because everybody's older than me, they know better. Well, that changed when I was 12. When I was 12, I died. We're not talking, you know, a little thing. We're talking medically dead. I have the death certificate to back it up. Now, I did not see heaven, hell. I didn't have this epiphany. That's not what caused me to be a Christian. But what it did do for me is it made me realize, hey, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. And it made me wondering, well, what is there after death? And it made me realize, you know what, I got to find out for myself. So I started questioning and questioning. And to be honest, the answers I got were always, the Bible says so, we say so, don't question, don't think. Thinking is not part of Christendom, as being part of a Christian. Now, keep in mind, at this point, I wasn't a Christian because I never made the choice to follow God. So, you know, that went on for years until I moved out. Well, even before I moved out, I'm not going to name names, but I was going to a church that really wasn't speaking to me. I didn't feel a presence there. It was social hour. at the Big Hair Network kind of thing. You know, I'm not trying to insult them, but that's how I felt. It was more of a social club. And I thought, you know what, this is Christian. No, I am not going to be a Christian. This is ridiculous. You know, they go against what the Bible says. And I left. And I started looking at other things. I looked at atheism. I looked at paganism. You know, I learned. Because I wasn't just going to say, you know, let other people tell me what to think. I actually learned. But none of those ever spoke to me. They never filled this emptiness inside of me. Then, that's going to sound weird, but I found Buddhism. Now, while it still didn't fulfill a need in me, I never joined the faith, but the idea of loss of self, get rid of your arrogance, I was like, wow, that's powerful. I started thinking about it, but it was still missing something. And to be honest, I was lost for a lot. I just never felt fulfilled, spiritually speaking. I was happy, but there wasn't a peace. Then my wife, who was Eastern Orthodox, Greek to be exact, said, well, come to church with me. Well, I loved her, so I said, sure. Walked to the thing, I looked at it, and I'm not going to lie, I said, ugh, Catholic, it's Rome, this is going to be fun. Follow in, follow in, follow in. The people were rude because of the culture, not because they're meaning to be, it's just the way they are. I've learned this. And I'm allergic to the incense they use. But what really changed it for me, guys, was the respect these people have for the Lord. And I sat up in the choir loft with her, looking down at these people. Some were standing, some were sitting. They were doing different things at different times. I'm like, but it was all in worship. And all of a sudden, I'm just like, wow, these guys really mean what they say. These are normal people. These aren't the leaders of their community. These aren't the leaders of the church. They are just the people who have found this thing. And I'm like, wow. And then and for people who don't understand what I'm talking about, it was like a substantial peace that I felt there was something in there that just filled me. I can't describe it. I'm not going to try to describe it. The point of this is not to convert anyone. This is just my personal experience. It wasn't like some people say the Lord spoke to me. It was just as people have told me since then, a peace that is beyond understanding. I still had the problems in my life and all that, but I just felt a peace there. Then I talked to the father afterwards, and I said, well, see, the problem with Christianity is X, Y, and Z, and the fact, but here's the Buddhism thing that I love, the loss of self, the meditation upon your faith. And he's like, yeah, and that's what we do. That's what a Christian should do. I'm like, boom! It's like someone hit me in the face with a sledgehammer, guys. It's like, bam! The Bible says that. And he said, yeah, and he sat down with me and talked about the Bible with me. Not just saying the Bible said, but he shared the history of it. And there was just this openness and honestness in what he said that just, I can't say it. And I went a few more times because I don't trust in just a feeling. And this piece, guys, it wasn't a feeling. And I can't describe it beyond that. It wasn't a feeling. It was substantial. It was something inside me that awoken there. And as time went on, I'm like, I studied the church history, what they've done, and it's like, wow, God is here. This is Christianity. They don't judge others. They believe in let your actions speak. There's a quote by a saint that they follow that I can't get it right, but here's the gist of it. Speak, and a few shall come. Live, and thousands shall know. That's what they do. They speak, they stand up when needed, but it's the life that matters, the life you lead. That is why I'm a Christian. It's not because I read the Bible and it's like, oh, I found God in the Bible. It's the people of this church, the honest worship, respect. When they leave every Sunday, it's in silence. And it's not because it's being forced upon them. It's because almost all of them, there are exceptions, we've been in contact with our deity. It's humbling. That's why I'm a Christian. I hope this has gave you some insight. Everybody, please respond. I would love to hear your comments. I'm out of time. God bless. Take care.